Picture this. You're at a baseball game with your kid, you catch a home run ball, you hand it to your son, and you're living the dream. That's like winning the fan lottery, right? A memory you're going to talk about for years. But then, out of nowhere, some random woman storms in, screaming in your face, saying it's her ball, and she literally rips it away from your kid. The crowd starts booing. People are filming, and by the next morning, the entire internet hates her. That's the story of the Phillies Karen, a woman who, in the span of about 5 minutes, went from anonymous baseball fan to one of the most infamous people in America. And just when you thought the saga couldn't get any messier, she finally broke her silence. Yup, after being roasted, memed, booed, and turned into a walking punchline, she's spoken out. And let me just say, her response didn't exactly win people over. In fact, it might have made things 10 times worse. We're talking denial, excuses, and playing the victim. And if you thought the internet dragged her before, oh man, the backlash to her statement has been brutal. So today, we're diving deep into the entire Phillies Karen saga. From the insane moment she stole that ball, to the kid's heartbreak, to the Phillies swooping in, to the viral explosion online, and now to her finally breaking her silence. Trust me, you're gonna wanna stick around, because this is one of the wildest fan meltdowns of 2025. Let's rewind to where it all started. Phillies versus Marlins, Lone Depot Park in Miami. Harrison Bader steps up to the plate. Crack. He sends one deep to left field. The ball's flying, the crowd's rising, and everyone's scrambling for that souvenir. Now this is one of those iconic moments in baseball. Catching a ball is bucket list stuff. It's rare, it's exciting, it's a memory you never forget. And on this night, a dad in a red shirt gets that chance. The ball bounces near him, he scoops it up clean, no question about who caught it. And in a perfect father-son moment, he doesn't even hesitate. He turns around and hands it straight to his young boy. The kid lights up. Dad of the year. Everybody around them smiles. That's the way it's supposed to go. But then the vibe shifts. Out of nowhere, a woman charges over, finger pointing, yelling at the dad like she's been robbed. She's screaming, "That was mine. You stole it from me. It was in my hand." She's shaking her arms, gesturing like she's in court giving testimony. The dad's stunned. The kid's confused, and before you can even process what's happening, she reaches in, snatches the ball, and storms off like she just won the jackpot. Bruh. Talk about ruining the moment. That was supposed to be a wholesome memory, and instead it turned into a public tantrum. You don't snatch a ball from a kid. That's like the one unbreakable rule of sports fandom. The crowd sees all this, and instantly, they turn on her. Booing rains down. Fans are shouting, "Karen! Karen!" One guy laughs in her face and eggs her on. "Yeah, you tell it," like she's the punchline of a comedy routine. And instead of walking away quietly, she escalates. She flips the bird at the crowd. She holds the ball up like it's a trophy. She starts storming up to fans who are booing her, yelling right back at them. She's not embarrassed. She's feeding off the chaos. Clips of this get filmed from every angle. In one, you hear her screeching like she's in a horror movie. In another, she's jabbing her finger into the air like she's leading a protest. People start cracking jokes in real time, saying she looks like Cruella de Vil storming through the ballpark. And honestly, she looked like a cartoon villain. Like if you asked an animator to design Karen at a baseball game, this would be it. But here's the detail that really pushed people over the edge. That ball wasn't just any souvenir for the boy. It was his birthday. Yup, he came to the ballpark on his special day, his dad caught the ball, handed it to him, and then this woman ripped it away. And you could see it on his face. He went from pure joy to total confusion and sadness in seconds. Clips show him just standing there, empty-handed, not really sure what just happened. And that broke people online. Because sports, at the end of the day, are supposed to be about kids, giving them memories, letting them feel the magic of the game. Seeing a grown adult steal that moment, that was unforgivable. Now, credit where it's due, the Marlins and Phillies knew they couldn't let this kid go home crushed. Stadium staff stepped in pretty quickly. Marlins employees brought him a gift bag, told him what happened wasn't right, and tried to cheer him up. Then after the game, the Phillies took it up a notch. They brought the boy and his family down to the field. Harrison Bader, the same guy who hit the home run, personally handed the kid a signed bat. Photos, handshakes, the whole deal. So the kid, he didn't just get a baseball, he got a bat, a birthday memory he'll never forget, and the internet's love. Meanwhile, Karen, she left with a baseball that, instead of being a cool souvenir, turned into a cursed object. And this is where things went nuclear. The clips hit social media, and within hours, it was everywhere. TikToks racking up millions of views, Twitter threads dissecting every angle, Reddit threads mocking her like it was a live roast. People slowed the footage down like it was an NFL replay, proving she never had the ball. Others edited Meat Canyon-style filters onto her face, exaggerating her expressions. Some added horror music to her shrieks, turning it into a parody trailer. The memes were relentless, and the nickname, Phillies Karen, that stuck instantly. What made it even crazier is that this happened just days after another viral scandal. The Polish millionaire CEO who snatched a tennis player's hat from a kid at the US Open. Suddenly, people were connecting the dots. Adults stealing from kids at sporting events. It felt like a trend. Side-by-side edits popped up of the CEO and Phillies Karen, captions like, "Meet the sports villains of 2025. YouTubers started making compilations. Comment sections roasted both of them as if they were cartoon characters in the same universe. Now, here's where the internet split. Should the dad have stood his ground? Some people said no way should he have handed that ball over. Others said he made the right call. De-escalate, keep your kids safe, let the stadium handle it. And honestly, both sides have a point. But looking at how it turned out, the dad made the smart play. His son walked away with more than just a baseball. He got a signed bat, love from the internet, and one of the best birthday stories ever. Karen walked away with humiliation. That's the biggest W you can ask for. So after days of silence, after memes, after national media coverage, Phillies Karen finally decided to speak out. And what did she say? Not an apology, not even a, hey, I lost my cool. Nope, she doubled down. She insisted the ball was in her hand. She claimed the dad ripped it away. She painted herself as the victim, saying the internet was bullying her. Like, come on. We've got about 20 camera angles proving otherwise. At best, your fingers grazed it, but she's acting like she made the catch of the century and got robbed. That's not breaking your silence. That's digging your own grave. Her statement spread just as fast as the original video, and the internet shredded it. People called it the most Karen response imaginable. Memes joked she must have been at a different game. Comments piled in saying she had one chance to apologize and she fumbled harder than the ball. Her attempt to clear her name only reignited the story. Instead of dying down, it blew back up. One of the funniest threads online is about the baseball itself. Fans started calling it cursed. Like, imagine trying to display that ball in your house. Oh, that's the Phillies game ball I got. Instantly, people are like, wait, you're that Karen? That ball isn't a collectible. It's a receipt for your worst moment. And here's where it gets heavy. Before that game, she was just another anonymous fan. Now, millions know her face. Local outlets revealed her name. People online claim they know where she works. Her neighbors, her coworkers, they've all seen the clips. She can't walk into a ballpark again without wondering if people recognize her. That's the brutal reality of going viral in 2025. You don't just get embarrassed, you lose your anonymity. Here's something the Phillies and Marlins handled perfectly. They knew instantly this could turn into a PR nightmare if the kid went home empty-handed. That's why they moved fast with the bat, the gift bag, the meet and greet. They flipped the narrative. Instead of kid robbed by crazy fan, it became teams save the day. That's the playbook now. Teams have to act like PR crisis managers in real time because fan meltdowns can go viral faster than the game highlights. So what happens to Phillies Karen now? Honestly, she's stuck with it. She can try to lay low, but the internet never forgets. Her face is out there forever. Every time someone Googles her name, this story is coming up. Every time she tries to show that ball off, people will clown her. She thought she won. In reality, she lost everything that mattered. Her anonymity, her dignity, and any shot at being remembered as just a normal fan. At this point, she's secured her spot in the Fan Meltdown Hall of Fame, right next to Malice at the Palace, Drunk Streakers, and the Polish CEO. But the difference? This isn't violence. This isn't comedy. This is entitlement. And entitlement in the internet age gets magnified 1,000 times. The Phillies Karen saga shows one thing crystal clear. Fans will always side with the kid. Always. You don't mess with kids at sporting events. You don't steal their moments. And if you do, you'll get torched by the internet, the crowd, the media, and eventually, yourself. So that's the story. Phillies Karen went from stealing a ball from a kid to getting booed out of the stadium, to being annihilated online, to finally breaking her silence, and somehow making it worse. She didn't apologize. She didn't take accountability. She doubled down. And instead of moving on, she cemented herself as one of the most infamous sports fans of all time. But what do you think? Should she have apologized? Was the dad right to hand the ball over, or should he have stood firm? And do you think the internet went too far? Or did she deserve every bit of backlash she got? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.